Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you guys my top 10 beauty products that I think every woman of color should own to be their most flawless and beautiful selves. Now, because of course, obviously I am a woman of color, it hasn't been easy through the years trying to find really amazing products that cater to my skin tone, that make me look as beautiful as I want to look. But we're in 2018 now, about to jump into 2019, and things have come a long way, and I am definitely going to give you the best rundown I can. If you are a beginner, you have no idea, especially as a woman of color, it isn't that easy, or man of color, to go out there and find great products that cater to you. So I'm giving you 10 things, 10 items, but within those 10 categories, I'm gonna try to give you even more options. But these things are 10 necessary products that you need to really look your best. So let's get right into it. First is an exact match foundation. Now notice I didn't just say a nice coverage foundation, an exact match foundation, which any of you that are of a deeper complexion out there know it has been a struggle for quite some time for us all to find that perfect match. And not all brands give a damn about giving us that perfect match, right? So we're gonna only talk about the ones that do and forget the rest. First, the foundation that I'm wearing right now, and I have been obsessed with ever since I purchased it. I can't stop using it. And I'm very proud of this brand because I thought once upon a time that they
doesn't care about black people.
But ever since Dior's BACKSTAGE Face and Body Foundation has come out, I've been obsessed with it. It is an incredible foundation. It comes in 40 shades. Yes, 40. I couldn't believe it when I heard that Dior was coming out with a foundation with 40 shades to choose from. Fantastic. And that's what you want. You want to go out and seek out brands that have that range, that come correct with their shade ranges. If you're not going to come correct, I'm not going to be bothered with you. The Face and Body one, you have to check it out. It's amazing. Lancôme, another 40 shade option range in their Teint Idole Ultra Wear line. Longtime favorite of mine with this one. It comes with a pump. It has a really amazing variety of undertones. That also is very important, especially for women of color, men of color. The undertones, many times, even if the brand does provide deeper shades, the undertones are not on point whatsoever, but Lancôme definitely over the years has done a great job. Estée Lauder Double Wear, I will always and forever talk about this product. This does not come with a pump. Mine has one because I purchased one separately to go on it, but I have forgiven Estée Lauder because the Double Wear formula is that good. I believe right now they're up to 50 plus shades in this line. Amazing. Definitely one to check out. And last but not least, the one with the widest shade range, MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Once again, I had to purchase a pump. It does not come with one. But when you are giving people 60 plus, 60 shade options, I'll give you a pass for not including a pump. Beautiful foundation, great coverage. MAC is the one that everyone needs to check out, if for any other reason than just to know what your MAC shade is, because so many other brands over the years, as we know, will give the MAC comparison equivalent to help you find your shade. So at least go to a store, go to a counter and get shade matched and figure out what your shade is so that will make choosing other shades and other brands that much easier. Next is a great coverage concealer. Now I say great coverage because what if you don't want to wear foundation? Sometimes just concealer and a little powder is the way to go, especially when we're busy and we ain't got time for foundation. So just get you a great coverage concealer. Many of us people of color do deal with dark spots, hyperpigmentation issues, and a great coverage concealer is a must to cover that up while we're doing other things to try to work on fading them. My number one pick, and I'm wearing it right now, again, Too Faced Born This Way, the multi-use sculpting concealer. This is an amazing coverage concealer. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's not as drying as some other fuller coverage concealers. This concealer that Too Faced put out is incredible. Highly, highly recommend. Also an oldie but a goodie, can't forget NARS, their Creamy Radiant Concealer. And NARS, I've always shouted out for their complexion products because they're one of the few brands that caters to olive skin tones. And also another oldie but a goodie, MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. I know a lot of people have not been very enthusiastic about the application. It is a little mini pump, but I've always loved this concealer that some people actually do use as a foundation because the coverage is there. It can absolutely double as a foundation. It gives really, really great coverage. I was just mentioning dark spots and hyperpigmentation, huge problem for so many darker, deeper toned complexions. So we all need a color corrector. Every person of color needs a color corrector in their beauty arsenal because sometimes there are issues going on our faces that still peek through that full coverage concealer or foundation that we've put on. We're still seeing that darkness peek through. That's where you may need to step it up another level and get a corrector. And the one that I've really fallen in love with is MAC's Conceal Correct Duo. And MAC does have a palette with many more shades. If that's something that you're into, you can check out the palette. But this duo is perfect. I don't need any more than these two shades here. This is rich yellow and burnt coral on the other end. Sometimes I just use the coral, the orangey coral shade. Sometimes I'll mix the two, and it gives you a wide variety of different degrees of color correction because you can mix the two shades together. The perfect nude lipstick, that is a definite must. And we all know that a whole lot of the nudes, what some brands consider nude to be on the market, isn't our nude. Not at all. So I have two options here for you that I think would suit many deeper, darker skin tones. They're both from MAC, and one is Freckle Tone, one of my all-time favorites for many years, a peachy shade, but it is a luster formula, so it's very sheer and shiny. I'll actually swatch it on my hand. It's very shiny. I've been asked so many times when I wear this what gloss I'm wearing. I wear this all by itself with no gloss, and it looks beautiful. Also naturally transformed, a newer addition to my lipstick collection, and this is my straight up skin tone. You can barely see that on there. That's this one on the bottom here. Freckle tone on top, and it blends right into my skin tone, and that's what I love. Next is brows, and I am going to recommend a dark brown eyebrow pencil. Now, I know many of you out there, because our hair, our natural hair, many of us is jet black. I know a lot of people like to use a black eyebrow pencil, but I personally find that to be way too harsh. And if you're using a black and you're not liking the way your brows are looking, go for brown, a nice deep brown. And for years, I've been obsessed with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the shade dark brown. It has a spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other. This is all you need. This is all I have in my brows today. Definitely the brown shades are going to be much more flattering, no matter how dark your hair color is, or also even your eyebrow hairs. My eyebrow hairs are black, but I'm not going to use a black pencil just because I feel it's too harsh. Brown, a deep, dark, rich brown is the way to go. Next is a yellow toned setting powder. Now, I have been in love with Laura Mercier's translucent loose setting powder for many years. I love that powder. Many others that are also translucent, but I definitely believe that I just love the way that my makeup looks. And again, this product I am wearing today underneath my eyes. I used it to set my concealer. And when I use something with that yellow tone in it, I just like the way my makeup looks that much more. There's just something about that yellowness that complements the golden yellow undertones in my skin, and it just looks just that much more flattering than your traditional very white colored translucent powders. And my love for many years has got to be Graftobian. That is the shade there, a beautiful banana shade, and that is what the shade is called, Banana Cream Pie. And you can find this Graftobian's products on many different retailers. Camera Ready Cosmetics is my #1 favorite. I'm gonna leave that link below. That's where I choose to get any Graftobian products from. And I've had this for a long time and it has never done me wrong. A beautiful yellow, warm yellow toned setting powder is something to check out. If you've always used a regular translucent one, try one with a yellow tone, and I promise you, you'll love the way your makeup turns out even more. Next is a golden bronze toned highlighter. Nothing ever, in my opinion, looks as good as the golden bronze toned ones. So that's what I'm gonna recommend to you guys. And for the powder variety, definitely BECCA's Topaz. This has been a long time favorite of mine. It's a pressed powder highlight. There is also Chocolate Geode. That's another one from BECCA as well. That's even deeper than Topaz. That's another beautiful option. And also a cream option is the Hourglass Stick Highlighter, and this is in Bronze Flash. Gorgeous, gorgeous cream highlighter. That is just beautiful. If I turn my hand this way, maybe you can see that a little better. Oh, there we go. That is gorgeous. That is a beautiful golden bronze cream highlighter. Yes, it's expensive, as all Hourglass products are, but definitely one to check out if you're not about that powder life. If you have a lot of texture, I want to give you guys as many options as possible. If powder is just not the business, try a cream, and Hourglass is my #1 recommended cream highlight. So last but not least, of course, because it's really my #1 love, even though I left it for last, skincare. There are 2 products that every person of color, and especially if you are a makeup wearer, needs to be using, because it will help to make your skin look that much better, and of course help your makeup to look that much better. And that is acids and sunscreen. First, as far as acids go, I definitely recommend either an acid toner or an acid serum. The one I'm gonna point out to you today is The Ordinary's Glycolic Toner. Very affordable, and you get a huge amount. Look at this bottle. It's huge. It's gonna last you forever. If you're definitely on the more sensitive side of things, an acid toner is going to be your best bet because it's not going to be anywhere near as harsh as an acid serum. But if you're about that serum life and your skin can handle it, definitely give Farmacy's Honeymoon Glow a try. This thing, I'm pretty sure as you are watching this, it's sold out right now on either Sephora or Farmacy's website or both, because every time I keep going back to check because I'm getting low, I'm almost at the halfway mark. I'm nervous about not being able to get my hands on this. It is so popular, it's always sold out, and for good reason. It's amazing. It's an amazing acid serum that I highly recommend. And for the sunscreen option, my beautiful Clinique. This is the SPF 30 Mineral Sunscreen Fluid for the face. This is a mineral sunscreen that does not act like any other mineral sunscreen on the market that I've ever tried. It doesn't even smell like sunscreen. It doesn't leave a white cast. It's not super heavy and thick and goopy and just uncomfortable to put on or wear. It wears beautifully under makeup. It's amazing. It can get a little pricey because this bottle is not very big at all, but it's great. It's a great mineral sunscreen, and every person of color needs to use a sunscreen. I don't care how deep, dark, rich, chocolatey brown you are, especially those of us with skin issues like dark spots and hyperpigmentation. The spots are not gonna go anywhere. They will continue to stick around and get worse, get even darker, more noticeable if you're out in the sun and not protecting yourself. You have to wear this if you want those dark spots to fade. So that's it, guys. That is my top 10 beauty product faves that I recommend for all people of color out there that are into beauty and want to look their best. Definitely check out all of the products I suggested. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful and you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.